America. It fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome that you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. And I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. My thanks also to some of the speakers on this platform who, referring to the delegates from the Orient, have told you that these men from far off nations may well claim the honor of bearing to different lands the idea of toleration. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took the refuge with us. In the very year their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I am proud to belong to religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of the grand Zoroastrian nation. Sectarianism, bigotry, its horrible descendant, and fanaticism have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilizations, and sent the whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, the human society would be far more advanced than it's now. But their time has come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in the honor of convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons bending their way to the same goal. As different streams have their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea. So, O Lord, different paths that men take to different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit, for bringing those timeless words to life so beautifully. A wonderful performance. Up next is Pragati Kamba, presenting a speech on Kiran Bedi. Let's encourage her with a warm round of applause.
Many years ago, when I was born in the 1950s, India did not belong to girls. It belonged to boys. Boys would grow up to inherit their family businesses, while girls were simply dolled up to get married. But my family was unique. We were four girls and no boys. My father defied his own grandfather, almost to the point of being disinherited, simply because he was determined to educate all four of us. Growing up, my family taught me two guiding philosophies which became my role models. First, life isn't blind. Either you're going up or coming down. Second, the 90-10 rule. Out of 100 things happening in your life, 90 are your own creations. If they're good, enjoy them. If they're bad, learn from them. The remaining 10 are nature, a cyclone, an earthquake, or the loss of a loved one. You can't control them, but you can respond to them. And your response comes out of those 90 points. Armed with this mindset, I joined the Indian Police Service. This was a completely new path for women, but with me, I brought the indefatigable stamina which I had built wearing tennis titles. On my first day as a police officer, I redefined the power of policing. To me, it wasn't just the power to prevent or the power to defend, it was the power to control. I wanted to stop the tent from ever growing larger. I did things differently. I even gave the Prime Minister of India a parking ticket. This was the first time ever in India, and probably the last. Eventually, I was given prison assignment. On my first day, I was standing there as a young short woman in a Pathan suit. I looked at the massive group and asked, "Do you want to pray?" And they said yes. So we all prayed and things started to change. We got education inside prison. We had absolutely no government budget, but through largest displays of community volunteerism, we made things happen. Prisoners became teachers, books and stationery were donated, and together we transformed that environment of a prison into an ocean. People often ask me, "What's the most memorable moment in your life?" I tell them, any moment that gives you joy and puts you in a position to share that joy with others is a memorable moment. Thank you.
That was an exceptional performance. You spoke with so much strength and clarity, just like Kiran Bedi herself. Fantastic job.
To talk about grace, passion, and standing up for what is right through the life of Emma Watson, I invite Mishri Makaria to the stage. Give it a warm hand, everyone.
Today, we are launching a new campaign. It's called We for She. I am reaching out to you because we need your help to end the gender inequality. And to do this, we need everyone involved. It's the first campaign of its kind at UN, and we want to try and galvanize as many men and boys as possible to be advocates for a change. I was appointed as Goodwill Ambassador for UN Women 6 months ago. And the more I spoke about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with men hating. If there is one thing I know, it's for certain that this has to stop. For the record, feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of social, economic, and political equality of sexes. I started questioning gender based assumptions a long time ago. At 14, I was sexualized by certain elements of media. At 15, my female friends started dropping out of the beloved sports team because they did not want to appear muscle. At 18, my male friends weren't able to express their feelings. I decided that I was a feminist and this seemed uncomplicated to me. However, my recent research has shown me that feminism has become an unpopular word. Women are choosing not to identify as feminists. Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one? I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think it is right that socially I am afforded the same respect as men. But sadly, there is no country in the world which can yet say that they have gained gender equality. We are struggling for a uniting world, but we have a uniting movement. It's called He for She. I am inviting you to step forward, to be seen, and to ask yourself, if not me, who? If not now, when? Thank you very, very much.
Wonderful job, Mishri. You spoke with so much voice, confidence, and passion. A truly fitting tribute to Emma Watson. Well, to share the inspiring voice of determination and public service, represented by Hillary Clinton, I invite Arohi Kamra to the stage. Put your hands together for her, everyone.
Hello everyone. I would like to thank the Secretary General for inviting me to be a part of this important United Nations Fourth World Conference on Women. This is truly a celebration of the contributions women make in every aspect of life, in the home, on the job, in the community, as citizens and as leaders. It is also a coming together, much the way women come together every day in every nation. Time and again, our talk comes to our children and our families. However different we may appear, there is far more that unites us than divides us. We all share a common future, and we are here to find a common ground so that we may help bring you dignity and respect to women and girls all over the world, and in so doing, bring you stability and strength to their families as well. By gathering in Beijing, we are focusing world attention on issues that matter most in our lives, the lives of women and their families, access to education, healthcare, job, and credit, the chance to enjoy basic legal and human rights, and to participate fully in the political lives of our country. What we are learning from the world today is when women are healthy and educated, their families will flourish. And when families flourish, the nations and communities do as well. That is why every woman, every man, every child, and every family on this planet does have a stake on the discussion that takes place here. As long as discrimination and inequities remain so commonplace everywhere in the world, women and girls are valued less, fed last, overworked, underpaid, not schooled, subjected to violence in and outside their homes. The potential of families creating a peaceful, prosperous world will not be realized. That is why let this conference be ours and the world called to take action. We must move beyond rhetoric. We must move beyond the recognition of problems of working together to find a common ground we all hope to see. Thank you so much.
That was fantastic, Aravi. You spoke with so much grace, authority, and confidence. A truly remarkable effort. Well, up next, we have Ashmi Panani, who will be speaking on the incredible global journey, confidence, and versatility of Priyanka Chopra. Let's welcome Ashmi to the stage with a big round of applause.
Thank you. So, my father used to always tell me something which I want to share with you. That why do you want to fit inside a glass slipper? You know, like we were told, like Cinderella did. That why do you want to fit inside a glass slipper when you can shatter the glass ceiling? I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm not very fond of this phrase, breaking the glass ceiling. Why does it annoy me? Because it takes the context of everything that I have done, all my achievements, all my hard work, and puts it into a box, as if my ambition was to find a glass ceiling and break it. Not at all. To be really honest, I was never on a mission to break, to shatter anything. All I wanted was to chase my dreams, my ambitions. So, why did I choose it as my topic for today if I hated it so much? Because I hope through my experiences I can present to you the tools to live your dream and not to make that glass ceiling that is defined by society, largely patriarchal, as your goal. I wanted to aim higher because you know you can, and it's honestly all I did. Every step of the way, all I did was set a higher standard. How did I get here? By being fierce, by being fearless, and by being flawed. Completely and utterly flawed.
I'm not perfect like none of us are. So tonight I'm gonna try and break it down for you a little bit and a slightly different way. I present to you the 12 surefire ways of becoming Priyanka Chopra. Would you like that? Sorry, I was just kidding. Because as millennials, we don't like to be told what to do. So this is a gentle nudge in the right direction. Presenting PCS, 12 rules of becoming the best version of yourself. So here are a few of my favorites from my list. There's only one you, okay? Because there's no one like you. And I don't mean the superfluous, superficial parts. I'm talking about the core of you. Who you are on the inside. Your values, your beliefs, your flaws. And once you understand who really that person is, you would have taken the first step in finding your unique self. And that is the best version of you. Thank you.
That was fabulous, Ashmi. You took the stage with so much charm, energy, and confidence, truly matching the spirit of Priyanka Chopra. Excellent job. Up next, we have Kashish Sinha, who will be speaking on one of India's most revered and eloquent leaders, Sushma Swaraj. Let's welcome Kashish to the stage with a big round of applause.
When people remember me, I don't want them to remember the chair I occupied. I want them to remember the hands I held during difficult times, the hope I gave to the people far away from home, and the belief that humanity always comes before everything else. My journey began in Ambala, Haryana, where I learned that dreams become meaningful only when they are connected with service. As a young girl, I loved reading, debating, and expressing my thoughts with confidence. These early life lessons taught me that knowledge becomes valuable only when they are used for welfare of others. I chose the path of public service because I believe that leadership is not about being powerful, it is about being responsible.
At the age, at the age,
At the age of just 25, I became one of India's youngest cabinet ministers. People appreciated my speeches, but I reminded myself that the true strength of a leader lies not in beautiful words but in meaningful actions. One of the greatest honors of my life was serving India as the External Affairs Minister. Every Indian living anywhere in the world felt like a member of my own family. When someone was stranded in another country, need medical help, lost important documents, or simply felt helpless, I tried my best to reach them. A message asking for help was never just a message to me, it was a responsibility. Life tested me with many challenges, including serious health problems, but I never allowed these difficulties to decide my future. I believe that courage is not the absence of hardship. Courage is the determination to keep moving forward despite it. If my journey leaves you with one message, let it be this. Never measure success by the position you achieve. Measure it by the number of lives you touch with honesty, kindness, and compassion. Respect is never demanded. It is earned through selfless services. Dear young friends, one day you will become doctor, teacher, scientist, artist, entrepreneurs, or leader. Whatever you become, never forget to become a good human being first. The world always remember the people who make others feel safe, valued, and hopeful. I may not be standing among you today, but my belief will always remain alive. The highest position we can ever hold is a place in people's heart. Thank you.
what a marvelous presentation, Kashish. You spoke with so much warmth, voice, and dignity, truly honoring the memory of Sushma Swaraj. Excellent job! Up next, we have Moksh Kamda, who will be sharing the extraordinary vision and humble spirit of India's missile man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Let's welcome Moksh to the stage with a big round of applause.
I have three visions for India built on 3,000 years of history. People from all over the world have invaded us, captured our lands, and conquered our minds. Yet, we have not done these things to any of those nations because we respect the freedom of others. That's why my first vision for India is freedom. India got its first vision in 1857 and we started the War of Independence. This is this freedom that we must protect, nurture, and build on. If we are not free today, no one will respect us. My second vision for India is development. We have a 10% growth rate in most of our areas. Our poverty levels are falling and our achievements are globally recognized. Yet we lack the self-confidence to see ourselves as a self-developed reliant nation. For 50 years, we have been developing our nation. So it is time for us to see ourselves as a self-developed reliant nation among the top 5 economies in the world. I have a third vision. India must stand up. If India doesn't stand up, no one will respect us. Only strength respects strength. We have to be strong, not only in military power, but also in economic power. Both must go hand in hand. You say that our government is inefficient. You say railways are a joke. You say that our laws are too old. You say. But what do you do about it? Dear Indians, I am echoing J.F. Kennedy's words to relate you today what has to be done for India and ask what we can do for India to make it a great nation. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
That was an exceptional speech, Mooch. You spoke with so much passion and conviction. Dr. Kalam himself would have been proud. Fantastic effort to share the inspiring message of peace, forgiveness, and perseverance embodied by Nelson Mandela. I invite Arab Khan Pal to the stage. Give him a huge hand, everyone.
During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a free and democratic society in which all people together lives in harmony and with equal opportunity. It is an ideal for which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if it needs to be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. The government of South Africa has found that in many states of Africa, whether it be monolithic or federal, whether it be parliamentary or presidential, the essential thing is that the government should represent the will of people. That's what I believe in. I have been influenced by Marxism, but I have never been a member of a communist party. I admit immediately that I was one of the persons who helped to form Umkhonto Way and I played a prominent role in it. I have always regarded myself as an African patriot. I have been influenced by Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. I have been influenced by the teachings of the Bible and the Quran. People of South Africa, why did I take up arms? Because of a peaceful method had failed. Because the government answered our peaceful demand with violence. Because we thought without violence we would never achieve equality and freedom. No one is born hating. People can learn to love. I am prepared to die for my ideals. I am prepared to die for a free and democratic South Africa. Thank you.
That was an outstanding speech, Arnav. You spoke with so much conviction, strength, and heart. A brilliant tribute to Nelson Mandela. Excellent job. They remind us of the legendary leader who gave us the iconic call, give me blood and I'll give you freedom. I invite Pranav Mishra to the stage to speak on Subhash Chandra Bose. Give him a huge hand, everyone.
Friends, our divine task is the liberation of our motherland. This is a grand task that cannot be achieved by sitting idly, passing resolutions, or begging an appeal for mercy. We have resolved to create a brave army, the Azad Hind Fauj, an army that will march its way through all obstacles, an army that will bring about the total destruction of our chains of slavery. Today, the total mobilization of our resources is the only duty. We must be prepared for a long, bitter, and a bloody struggle. No one should harbor any illusions that this battle is going to be easy. It will demand your tears, your sweat, your wealth, and ultimately your life. I hear some people ask, where is the money? Where are the resources? Where are the weapons? I tell you, look within yourself. Our true strength does not lie in the gold or silver. It lies within an unshakable will and defiance against tyranny. Our resources are the millions of hearts beating across this land, ready to break the shackles of this colonial oppression. We have a grim task ahead of us for which we must be prepared to give everything we have. We must face hunger, thirst, privation, forced marches, and death itself. Only when a generation is ready to pay the ultimate price can a nation truly deserve its independence. There is a great law of nature. Nothing can endure until it's fought with sacrifice. If we want our freedom, we must pay for it with our own efforts. It is blood alone that can pay the price of your freedom. You cannot negotiate with liberty. You must conquer it. Therefore, you give me blood and I promise you freedom. तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. By the blood of our martyrs, by the strength of our youth, and by the unrelenting spirit of our people, we shall march forward. We shall tear down their flags of tyranny. We shall smash the enemy. We shall clear our path straight to the victory. There is no longer any force on earth that can keep us enslaved. Inqilab Zindabad. Jai Hind.
What a powerful performance, Pranav. You delivered that speech with so much passion, energy, and spirit. A truly grand tribute to Netaji. Outstanding job. To share the inspiring journey of a leader who fought relentlessly for women's rights and equality, I invite Jukta Mandal to the stage to present a speech on Valentine Rose. Give a warm hand, everyone.
I do not come here as an advocate for patience. For decades, women have come before the lawmakers of the world, speaking the language of gentle supplication. We have pleaded, we have petitioned, we have reasoned, and we have been met with nothing but polite smiles and doors slammed firmly in our faces. We are told that patience is a virtue, but I say you today that patience in the face of tyranny is not a virtue, it is a crime. There are those who criticize our method. They call us militant and ask, why do you not use peaceful persuasion? I answer them quite simply, because peaceful persuasion has failed. It is only when the cares of public life is ground to a halt that those in power finally look up from their desks and notice our existence. We are asked, why do you not use peaceful persuasion? I answer them quite simply, because peaceful persuasion has failed. We do not destroy property because property is more valued than human lives and human liberties in this country. If you touch a man's pocketbook, you command his attention. We have tried touching his conscience for 50 years, but he is still fast asleep. We are fighting for a simple, undeniable truth that women are human beings, and as human beings, We have a right to a voice in the law that govern us, taxes that drain us, and the wars that claim our sons. We are not asking for favor. We are demanding a right to those who think that this movement can be crushed by cruelty or prisons. But you do not understand the depth of our resolve. You can lock up our bodies, but you cannot lock up the idea that our time has come. To the men of authority, I say, you win your battles by warfare. When your liberties were threatened, you shed blood. Then why do you marvel when women drive into the wall? Use the same desperate courage to win theirs. We will not look back. We will not falter. We see the goal and we are ready to pay the price. In this struggle, there are only two paths left to us. We shall either have our freedom or we shall find our deaths. Thank you.
That was a brilliant speech, Yukta. You spoke with so much grace, confidence, and passion. A fantastic tribute to Amelin Pankers. Outstanding job. Now, taking the stage is Vedant Shah, presenting a speech on Lal Bahadur Shastri. Let's encourage him with a warm round of applause.
My dear countrymen, our nation has achieved its freedom to sacrifices of countless brave men and women. Now it is our duty to make our India strong, united, and self-reliant. Every citizen has a role to play in building the future of our country. Our soldiers protect our borders with their unmatched courage, while our farmers work tirelessly to feed the nation. They are the true strength of India. Let us always respect their hard work and remember the powerful message Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. If every citizen performs their duty sincerely, no challenge is too great for our nation to overcome. We should avoid selfishness and think of our nation before ourselves. We might be of different religions, language, or culture, but we all are Indians. Our diversity is our strength, and our unity is our greatest treasure. I would especially appeal to the youth of India. Study with dedication, respect your parents, teachers, and serve the nation with sincerity. The future of India rests in your hand. Let your actions be guided by truth, simplicity, and compassion. Together, courage in our hearts and determination in our minds, we can build an India which is prosperous, peaceful, and respected across the world. At last, I would just like to say, we should all work with one dream to make our beloved country stronger every day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
What an exceptional performance, Vedant. Up next, we have Mantram Savaria, who will be speaking on the vision, intellect, and leadership of India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Let's welcome Mantram to the stage with a big round of applause.
Long years ago, we met twist with destiny. Now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of midnight hours, when the world sleeps, India will wake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. Freedom and power bring responsibility. The service of India means the service of millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. The ambitions of the greatest man of our generation has been to have every tears from every eyes. They may
Made it beyond
They may be beyond us, but as long as there are tears and suffering, so long our work will not be over. We are citizens of a great country on the verge of a bold advance. All of us, to whatever religion we may belong, are equally the children of India with equal rights, privileges, and obligations. We cannot encourage communalism or narrow mindedness, as no nation can be great whose people are narrow in thought or action. To the nations of the world, we send greetings and pledge our cooperation in the furthering peace, freedom, and democracy. And to India, our much loved motherland, we pay our reverent homage and bind ourselves afresh to her service. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
That was a wonderful speech, Mantra. You spoke with so much clarity, warmth, and poise. A delightful tribute to Pandit Nehru. Excellent job.
What a fantastic round of speeches. Let's give one more huge round of applause to all our speakers for sharing such inspiring thoughts.
Dimple, 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 principal office. Principal office.